Hey, welcome back to another Mind the Mic podcast. I'm your host Shubs, here with another very special guest in the building, a former player for the Wellington Lions, for the Wellington Hurricanes, as well as had a bit of a game for All Blacks as well, and played a few tests for Samoa for the people. Couple games over there in the Wasps jersey and a few in Ulster as well. Now playing his trade in the Super Rugby for the Queensland Reds. Jeffrey Toomaga-Allen.
Thank you, bro.
Also, it was goodie.
Nah, it's good, man. It's good, man.
Not just say goodbye, brother. No, I did my homework until I said far, not the goodbye. Oh. Very too many of these cars, and I think I'm all over the place because of the Warriors game. G, I don't know if you support the Warriors, but
bro, I only just caught them. Going to catch them another time.
Sorry, brother. My lole soy full also.
Oh my guy.
Yeah, that's it, my guy. That's it. Yeah, my bad, brother. So to all my cousins out there that are Samoan, shut up. It's been a long day, mate.
But fair enough, eh?
Pleasure to have you here. They also actually thank you for the opportunity, my man. For anybody that doesn't know, outside of what I just spoke of, where are you from? Where did you grow up? All that good stuff.
Okay, so I'm from Wellington. I'm from Porirua, Cannons Creek specifically.
Ooh,
yeah, man, 5024. So from out those ways, that's where I grew up, and then I did my high schooling out in Wellington. So I'm Wellington born and bred, 5024, and then the 04 represent worldwide as well. So
yeah. What's the 5024? Is that the area code? What's the code?
Porirua. That's Porirua area code. Yeah. So I got to rep that, and it's funny because the boys close to me, they give me stick for moving out of the hood, but when opportunity presents itself, I always represent and know who I am and where I'm from.
Yes, sir, brother, 100%.
And represent, So that's where my grandparents moved to back in the 60s.
True. OGs of the game.
Yeah. So then, that's my Tighthead side, and then my Allen side is all over New Zealand. So my grandparents out there in Wairoa, near Mahia, those ways. My granddad, and then my nan lives in Christchurch. Yeah, so I got all my family everywhere.
Where do they come from? Where's their heritage go back to, brother? The Allens.
My Allens, my dad reckons Danish. I'm Danish, like.
Oh, true.
I got the Danish blood in me. Yeah. That's where we
shout out to the bro Thor.
Come from. Yeah, that's the one. Yeah. That's the one. So I got that Danish blood in me, and my dad always pushes me to look more into that heritage. So I'll try to. It's hard when I grew up with my Samoan side, but I represent both sides of my family, and I'm very, very proud of both sides. Yeah, obviously my Samoan side's a bit bigger, but it's all love. It's all love.
Yeah, all love, brother. Hey, shout out to the Danes. That's where Old Zealand's over there. Eh? Old Zealand. We got the New Zealand.
Me,
that's where Old Zealand. Old Zealand,
that's the one.
Yeah, that's where Old Zealand is. I think there was a mix-up though, because the guy named Abel Tasman, who named New Zealand, obviously, he was Dutch. He was a Dutch explorer. But just like Holland is a province. The province that Amsterdam sits in. People think Holland is the Netherlands, like that's the country, but it's actually a state. A province, but there's also a province called Zealand over there, but it's spelt different. So I don't know if there was a confusion because Abel Tasman was Dutch, right?
Look at you, mate.
Yeah,
You're like a historian, and
I can't speak Samoan there. Shut up.
No more than me, bro.
No. But I just studied the old Zealand's over there too. Zealand, but solid, my brother. Me. What was it like growing up in Porirua as a young Samoan Danish Skaks fella?
I was like always the token brown boy, really, like because I was very fair skinned. A lot of people thought I was Maori, which was cool.
Yeah. I thought you were too.
Yeah. And then what's that program called? There was a program that came out, and there was a character on there called Jeff the Maori.
Oh, Brotown.
Just rolled in. Brotown. That's the one.
Yeah.
And that was massive, like growing up.
Yeah.
But then I kind of adopted, like everyone adopted that name. Oh, Jeff the Maori, bro.
Not even Maori.
So I just kind of ran with it. Yeah, like because I got over like, I got over saying, nah, I'm actually Samoan. They're like, oh yeah, nah, but Jeff the Maori, like. But growing up out there is very humble. Bro, I loved it. Like all my family was out there. Grew up with my cousins, like my siblings. Shout out to the Soul Boys. But yeah, like I only have one sibling, a sister, younger sister.
Yep.
Asa, shout out.
Shout
But
out to
I have a
Ace.
lot of cousins. Yeah, man.
Oh yeah.
I have a lot of cousins. So each, like with my cousins, you have generations of cousins. So like
Yeah.
in my gen, at my age, there's like six. Oh, there's a group of us that came through, and then obviously my older cousins, they had their gen.
Yeah.
So they're like our older brothers and sisters. So with us, it was cool just to like, how we did it, like sleepovers on a Friday night, every Friday
Yeah.
night or Saturday night after footy or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm staying up playing knee rugby in the lounge at Nana's house, getting told off. You're up early on Saturday morning or Sunday
Yeah.
morning because she's either praying or we had to get up at like 6, 7 in the morning to clean the house,
Yeah.
clean the lounge out. So like, yeah, it was very humble, but also like it was just
Fun names.
it's very close to me, like
Yeah.
Porirua, so it will always hold a special place in my heart, and I love the people out there, and always have a
Yeah.
heart for the generation to come through out there because I'm from there too. So, but we can
Yeah.
get into that a bit later in this
Yeah.
chat.
100.
Yeah, man.
Third follow to come through from Porirua the last couple of weeks. Had obviously Tamati Ellison, and then
Oh,
Taina.
sick.
I don't know if you know Tynes, the rapper Taina. He grew up in Porirua too. Went to Mana College.
Yo,
Yeah, another one, and then yourself. That's good. Shout
oh
out to
man,
P-Town.
yeah, Tom's, yeah, bro. Oh, stoked that you had Tom's on there. He's I look up to him. I don't talk to him a lot,
Yeah.
but yeah, him coming from P-Town and him coming through the pro ranks, and then obviously being successful with the Lions and now the Crusaders is pretty cool to see.
Now
Yeah,
the
man.
AB's
Very
contact
humble dude.
skills coach too. Yeah, no, All Blacks contact
Hey,
skills
hey,
coach now
see?
too. Let's
Yeah,
go.
bro. See, that's sick, man. Like he's come up, man. Very humble guy.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah,
No, seemed like a very, and very sharp too, brother. Very sharp.
yeah. I was just
like,
gonna say, very clever. Very
yeah,
clever.
brother. Very sharp.
He ain't
Yeah,
shy
and
of a
like,
tool in that toolbox,
yeah, you ask him a
So
question, bro, he can answer it, like, and like
he's on.
give you a mean answer too. Like, oh,
Yeah, but and then it just makes sense, like with his success, like it doesn't surprise you, given how clever he is and switched on he is,
Yeah, 100%. So you talk about growing up in P-Town, and what did you go to? You didn't go to college, I think you went to the city.
Nah, I actually moved out to the city. My dad thought it'd be better for me to go out to the city for schooling, and for my sister. Not a lot of people know, like, but everyone thought, oh, yeah, now he's moving out for to go to a better school, which I kind of
Yeah.
did. Like, the opportunity came, and we moved to out to the city so I could go to Wellington College, a good prestigious rugby school in the nation, and then but also so my sister could go to the sister school, Wellington Girls College, which was a good school too.
Oh,
Yeah,
solid.
So that's why I moved out there.
So you didn't get like a scholarship or anything? Like, do your parents have to work hard and pay for that?
Nah. It wasn't. It's not a private school, but still like.
Oh, it's not. Oh,
yeah,
okay,
it's not a private school. No. But it's still like for all the extracurricular. Now that I'm a parent, like I know you got to pay for everything.
It's still not
that
cheap.
and the other, like, oh, bro, for real, uniforms and stuff, bro, it's crazy. But yeah, so we moved out there so I could go to Wellington College, and because I'm older than my sister by 4 years, so I was older. So when she came through, she went to Wellington Girls, and yeah, it kind of went from there. And then my footy.
So you moved as a you moved as your family. Your whole family moved out there.
My whole family,
together.
yeah. My dad was working in Wellington at the time. If I'm honest, man, before I went to college, I didn't know Wellington was a thing. I didn't know. I hadn't been out there.
Bro, just put it all hard.
I was putting it all hard. Like,
wow.
I only knew the extent of Porirua. Like, I've been out to Johnsonville, like, which is on the way to Wellington, and I would have been to Wellington a couple of times. Oh yeah, the city, but I never really gave it a thought in terms of like, oh, it's a whole nother place where everyone like it's a whole lifestyle,
yeah.
So then when I moved, I was like, damn, like,
what was it like,
the
brother? The contrast.
There, like, that's the main thing, Used to hang out at the station at Wellington Station every morning. But I lived in the city, and I still went to the station to catch the bus, just so I can have a geeze.
Have a bit of a geeze, yeah.
So what's up, because Wellington Girls was right next to the station, and then you had Queen Margaret's just around the corner, and then that was like the central hub for. And obviously, all my mates came from P-Town that came to Wellington Cole. Like, I'd meet them at the station, be real cool. Like, my dad worked near the station too, so he was a draftsman.
What did your dad do?
So he was a draftsman. Yeah. So he did a bit of work down by the waterfront. So I'd get him to drop me off. No, he's moved out of being a draftman now. He's does health and safety for like on site, like
Oh yeah.
overlooks, yeah,
Like what they
yeah,
call
on
OSH
site.
over
So
here
he
in
does
Aussie.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is
Does
it
that kind of
occupation
thing.
health safety? Is they still in Wellies though, or around the way?
Yeah. He's in Wally's now. Like he moved away, then moved back. And Wally's when I moved overseas. But yeah. So, but yeah, that's what I used to do, bro. Like, and the contrast with P-Town and Wally's is I kind of just like obviously it's bigger, you know, like a bit bigger, flasher, quote unquote, you know, like
Yeah.
in terms of like big city living, you know, but kind of fancier, I guess, you know, like just more so the fancier shopping and a lot of probably more Palangis out there. More white people out there, but I
more than
mean, they're
Porirua.
very diverse anyway, Wellington, you know, like so yeah, and then met my missus out there too, like while we were in high school, so but we can get onto that. But yeah, man.
Oh,
So,
we can
yeah,
get into
bro.
it now, but shout out to Mumsy, brother.
Oh,
Shout out
bro,
to
yeah,
Mumsy.
yeah.
Let's go.
Shout out to my wife.
Yeah. So you've been together since high school, eh? High school
Yeah, we're high
sweethearts.
school sweethearts. Yeah. So she went to an all-girls school, private school.
Yeah.
Man, I got some yarns on like the romance there. Like I had to.
Yeah,
I
it was
don't
a
know.
mission. Bit of a mission, brother.
Oh,
to get it
not
in
too
there.
much of a mission. Like, we dated. Oh man, so we dated for a bit. Like when I was in year 11 or year 11, and then I broke it off, broke her heart, which is pretty stink. Like through a text too. What a
what a bitch!
What an egg with a capital B, you know? Sending a dick. But I did that, and then a year later, I seen her at this thing called Stage Challenge. It was like smoke-free performing arts, like just this big
those
thing that
things.
inter-school. It was like an inter-school thing.
Yeah,
you had like it was like, and you put on like a kind of like a show for, you know, it's a showcase pretty much.
Yeah.
Anyway, I seen her at that. And bro, I'm a bit embarrassed now, but I didn't care. She's
that's all good,
but she'll tell it too.
Like,
but bro, we're like, bro, I seen her across the way.
Oh, Mr. Pipello, let's go.
Yeah, bro, honestly, I get this. So I seen her across the way, and bro, at the time, crumping was in.
Tight ass, eh?
Bro, and I couldn't crump. I was alloy crumping, like
true. I was more
not even a crumper. Dumping, bro. I don't know what that was. I just throw my arms around and like trying to be cool, you know, like it wasn't a sickle. I was just showing off. Well, obviously, it did something, caught her attention, and then I went over. It's funny because my bro Lima Sopwanga, we're still good friends now.
Oh yeah.
I went over with that guy because he was doing it with me, you know, and I was like, yo, come with me, you know. I don't know if he remembers, but come with me, you know, have a chat. So I went over, you know, he chatted to her friend. I just wanted to use him as a buffer to like, oh, my mate wanted to talk to your friend, you know. But then, you know, because she was off me, yeah, like she was like, hey, you dumped me, bro. Yeah. Because she was apparently like she was head over heels straight away, but I was like, I'm young, like what? You know what I mean? Like
I'm trying to be all that right now.
Trying to be. I was too cool, man. I was on the rowing team. I was like first team. I was all that stuff, you know, like trying to be all that. And then I seen her, I was like, oh damn, what's up? So then whenever, you know, introduced Lima and her friend as well, and then but really I was like, oh, how you doing, you know? And then kicked off, got her like make sure I had her right number, then said what's up, and then we caught up for like just a feed after school. Down at Reading Cinemas in the city. Shout out Reading Cinemas, man, because it's closed down now.
Shout out Reading, eh?
Yeah.
Saved my life.
Then,
No.
For real, man. And then, we kicked
what
off
did you
there,
watch?
man.
Do you remember what you watched? Oh.
Nah, it was just we just went for a feed because upstairs they went to Readings and downstairs there's a food court.
Okay, yeah.
So we just I couldn't afford it, bro. So, and I had to get home. Too. Like, I was just, like, I had to get home because my family, you know. My mom's on my case. Anyway, then and then was it? Shucks, that was way back when. Now we've been together for half my adult life, really. Like since I was 16, 17. I'm 33 now, so I ain't good at math, but half my life. Yeah. But I'm coming up to
years, but
bro, coming up to 11 years married.
let's go.
which is
How
crazy.
does that go,
Yeah,
brother? How does that go? How was the proposals?
Ah man, so
Fresh one
bro.
or?
Bro, so I actually learned piano. I learned how to
Oh, that's cool.
play piano. Yeah, in my in my cousin's house. And because I was
Like
like
Stevie
in
or
this,
Ray Charles or nah? Not that
bro,
good.
I found a keyboard. I
Yeah.
went home. I was flatting at my cousin's like basement in his basement. It was damp
Yeah.
hairs and like, but it was mine, So I'd go back every night to his basement. It was my auntie and uncle, but
Yeah.
and then I practiced in the dark. Just Jamie
Let's go.
Foxx. It was Jamie Foxx's
Yeah.
Heaven. Yeah. I
Oh,
practiced it.
okay.
Practiced it. Yeah.
Got us a couple
Religiously and
bars. Got us a couple bars
nah,
off the
nah,
top.
nah. It's for the missus. It's for the missus, man.
Ah, yeah. Let's
Tell
go.
me
Let's go.
how. Oh, sorry.
Woo! Oh,
It's
oh,
for the
one
missus.
bar,
It's for
one
the
bar,
missus.
one bar. That'll do. That'll do.
Yeah, that was it. That was it.
Let's see.
So I play it, bro, and then my mate, I got my best friend, one of my best friends, to come tee it up. So the morning of, I purposely go over to her house before training. Like I haven't cracked it yet. This is I think I'm in the Canes, but like wider training or training squad or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is my first year, and then I have a fight with her. Like I piss her off on purpose so she doesn't want to hang out with me.
Oh,
I piss her off.
not that on
Bro,
purpose.
probably,
How did you do this?
bro, I pissed her off too, bro. I don't know what I did, but she ended up throwing a dumbbell at me,
Oh, true.
like, yeah, for legit, like it was that bad. Like it was just next to the bed, like, there's like old,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
what older 1 kg years or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah, those
Bro,
things.
lucky
Yeah.
man. Bro, I missed anyway. Or maybe, yeah, I don't know. I don't remember, but I just remember her throwing something. So
Yeah.
then I pissed her off just so that, because I tee up her friend to catch up with her. So she wants to hang out with her friend, who's my best friend's partner as well. So it all works out. Anyway, I ring her that night. Hey, babe. Oh, I need you. I've been in a car crash. She's like,
oh, lyric.
oh, I crashed outside your house. So she has to come back to her house.
Okay.
Tee it up. She comes to the house, and then she's like, "Hey, there's no car crash," but she runs upstairs. I'd set up like candles from her front door all the way to the like lounge area, and then in the lounge all these different height candles.
That's a lot
right?
of candles.
Bro, I know, but I didn't even think. Like, those tea light candles?
Yeah.
Those. And then on the table there were like all these different level candles. I didn't consider, one, the fire hazard that it would like create, and two, how hot it would be in the room. Like how hot because of the fire, like just candles.
Yeah.
You just don't think
but
about
it's
these
still a
things.
flame, yeah.
Bro, hard up. And rose petals, leading to the thing. She runs past all the candles, doesn't even care. Like, but she just like tunnel vision comes to me, and then she stops and she's like, "What?" And I play, and I'm like, "Ding, ding, ring," and I like mess up.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
"Oh, gee."
Okay, let me start again. And then my mate, I crack up because my mate and his missus, they're like standing behind Mags, my missus, and she's like, "Oh man," yeah, she's like, "Oh snap, he's doing something." So I sing the song, and in the song I say, "Will you marry me?" Come out, go on one knee, will you marry me? And in the back of Mags, my bro, so the bro that helped me set up, he is crying, like weeping like a baby, like, and I'm trying not to laugh because that's my bro. He's crying in the background, and my missus crying. She's like, but she says yes. Obviously, she says yes. Da, 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 da. And it's mean. Like, then I blow all the candles out, bro. The worst thing was the next day, I go back to the house to clean up all the candles and stuff. Bro, the candle wax is melted into the carpet, like at the house, at the family house. So I'm like, oh, bro, one of the best days of my life. And then, frick, I'm trying to figure out, Googling how to get candle wax out of the carpet. Just like ironing and all this, and I make it worse. And I'm just like,
oh no,
anyway,
not to make
how
it
good.
worse. Oh, what a story there was.
Now and then.
And that's her family house too. That's her family house too.
Yeah. Kind of like her family, her grandma's house.
Oh, shout out grandma. What's wifey? Is she Samoan too, or?
Nah. Hell no. I don't want to marry my cousin, man.
Oh,
Nah. Make sure. I don't want to. Nah. No offense to the people out there.
Yeah. All of.
I just She's Tongan, man. She's Tongan, Cook Island. Yeah. So she's my my Tongan queen. Her dad, her old man's full Tongan, like proper crack up as. And then her old lady, rest in peace. She's Cook Island. So, but pretty much Tongan anyway. She spoke fluent Tongan, and me and her were pretty tight. And then she passed away. Oh man, 2000 and I'm pretty sure 2010 or 11. It was a while ago, but yeah, rest in peace, Ina. But yeah, man. So
big love, man.
Yeah.
Solid, big offers, brother, big offers.
Yeah.
So with this whole story, so what's Mumsy's name? You didn't have to put it out there if you didn't want.
Oh, Margaret.
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 Shout out to Margaret. But what I think in their story, brother, is like, what about that commitment though, Sliss? Like I know what happened after you had to all that, the commitment was on, Sully. The commitment was on. Look at all the candles, everything. Made up a story, fucking
learned the piano.
Future wife, don't be listening to this album. I don't know if I got that level of commitment.
I was always hopeless romantic, bro. I've always been. I think it's because, bro, I set the bar too high in the early stages of dating, and then.
Bro, dangerous, dangerous.
Bro, yeah, all you fellas out there listening, man, don't set the bar too high. Set the bar.
Yeah.
But just remember, if you see a future with this lady, man, or whoever you're dating, and girls, like, man, just make sure you're thinking about, not setting the bar too high that you can't jump over, So
yeah. Keep pushing it up levels. You might be with them for another 50 years, 60 years. Listen, my brother.
Yeah, I tell you, man, it's tough to get creative, man.
Yeah, I bet. But how's that going now? Obviously, you still madly in love.
Well, I got two kids, so it must be doing all right.
Yeah, it's different the way once you get the kids. Different. But
that's the
different
thing.
Bug.
Yeah. On a serious note, though, like I always say, like when people are like, "Oh man, you're this rugby player and all that." Like my first, firstly, I'm a husband, and then I'm a father, and then I'm a rugby player. Like that's my first thing. I'll always be a husband first before I'm a father to my kids. Because if my kids don't see, my kids are gonna grow up one day. Like our kids, for example, like they're gonna grow up one day, and I don't want to be distant from my wife when we're old and they're gone. And all we talked about was our kids. Like I want to be interested in my wife for the rest of my life. Like and making sure that, I'm not perfect, but just making sure we have that level of commitment and communication so that my kids can see my wife comes first and they can emulate that in their future relationships, hopefully,
Beautiful, brother. That's a beautiful thing to have and a beautiful, beautiful paradigm to have. And I think many people can take that on board and be, happy wife, happy life. Eh, brother?
That's the one, bro.
That's the one. So you're in the training squad, or you can't remember at that time. How does that work, brother? College, going to college, Wellington College. And then how do you end up in the team? In the Lions,
with my footy.
Yeah.
Oh, bro, yeah. So with my footy, man, I've been doing this for 14 years now. Like, been a professional, which is pretty crazy, and I'm very blessed to do what I do. But I started out at Wellington College.
Yeah.
First 15, year 11, and then I think the thing that like really propelled me was my coach at the time, Lincoln Rules. He said in my last year of college, like I was always talented, like very talented, and I'm not ashamed to say that because I've now worked on that craft and worked hard. I'm really talented, and I've not perfected, but I'm still like always learning. Anyway, so and in my last year of high school, I was playing first 15 from year 11, then 12, then 13. My last year, and I was captain of the first 15 in my last year.
Who was in that team? Was there some more the brothers that kicked on?
Yeah, we had Lema Sopoanga, Reggie Goods, a guy named Hayden Cripps. He's playing in Japan at the moment.
Oh yeah.
Pro over there. Solomon Asakalia. Who else is there? This
probably played against some guns too, eh? That would have kicked on probably too.
Oh, bro, hard heaps, man, heaps. I probably could have named them, eh?
Yeah. No. You didn't have to name them, but I can imagine. Yeah. But your coach said to you what, brother?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Nah, so he said to me, bro, in year 12 before going into year 13, he said, you're too soft. And I was like, hey, like I'm first 15, bro. Like, what are you talking about? Like, I was like, but I'm a prop at the time. And he said, nah, you're a good player, but you're soft. And I was like, damn, this is my first 15 coach, like telling me that I'm soft. Like, he's like, nah, yeah, I just reckon, like, you just need that edge, like. And I was like, oh, I didn't really get it. And then in my last year of school, like, it kind of sunk in because obviously I became captain, and I was really like good at running the ball,
Yeah.
tackling, but my scrummaging was always even going into my professional career, like it always needed work because
Okay.
like early days, like I didn't really like scrummaging, like
Oh,
obviously in
okay.
the front row, but I didn't like it.
Yeah.
But now, like
Yeah.
I love it. Like, oh man, I've
Yeah.
learned to love it. I'll get there, but
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
anyway, so I kick on. I make like honors like Hurricane schools. I'm
Yeah.
playing all these reps, so like Hurricane schools. I'm in the system now. Then I make New Zealand schools. After the final, and we make top four as Wellington College. We make top four. We bow out though, come third or fourth. But then I get told that I'm in New Zealand schools after that, and then that's when I realized, man, I could crack it now. Like, I reckon I
Yeah.
could
Yeah.
crack
Yeah.
it. Go on.
We on. We
This is
on. Eh?
what I want to do. Like when I was
Mm.
8, I told my dad, "Oh, I want to be a All Black." You
Yeah.
know, as every kid wants to be.
Yeah.
But when I
100.
was 8, I vividly remember telling my dad, "Dad, I'm going to be an All Black one day." And then when I was
What
in
did the bird
high school
reckon?
that
What
last
did he
year,
say to you when you
he
said that?
said,
Did
"Yeah,
he just?
sweet."
Yeah, that
Yeah,
man.
he
That's
was like,
cool.
"Yeah,
Huh?
sweet," because
That's
he was
cool
my
that
coach. He
that
was
he
one of my
backed you.
coaches. Yeah,
Yeah.
and like knowing now, like as a dad to my kids, their sense of belief is like you just say it, and then you got to show me, kid. Like, son, if you
Mm.
that's what you want to do, yeah, cool. I'll back you 100%. But
Go do
like,
it.
it's not going to be easy, you know. Like,
Mm.
but him, he just went, "Yep, sweet, okay." But now being a dad, I'm like, if my kid said, "Oh, Dad, I want to be an All Black," I'll be like, "Man, all right, sweet, I believe in you, but it's going to take some work. So be prepared, you know." So then I make schools, and that's when I realized, man, I could do this. Like I can go pro. Like I'm really good. I think that self belief sunk in.
Yeah.
Made schools. Then after that, kicked on with the Wellington Academy. Trained hard in that. Made under 20s, but in the lead up to under 20s, you have like a set of trials. I don't know what it's
Mm.
like now. I feel like all these kids are making representatives early, you know, like 20s and that, but which is cool.
Yeah.
Um, but at the time, it was quite tough, and there was tough competition out there. And I made the trials, but then I didn't make it. Like I didn't make the last trial. I'll make
Oh, true.
there's like middle trials. Yeah, I made the first trial. Then there's like 2 trials in between, and then the last trial, or like I didn't make the 2 trials in between, and I was devastated. I was like, oh shucks, that's me. I'm done. Like, hey, I was in the academy. I thought I was the man. Like legit, I thought I was the man in the academy and
Mm-hmm.
stuff. And then they told me to go back to academy and train hard. And my attitude, I had to adjust my attitude. One of my trainers, they reckon, yeah, man, like you just think you're the man, like too cocky type thing. And I never thought I was too cocky, but that's what you think when you're cocky, right? Or like that's like when you're humble. You say you're humble, like you don't need other people to tell you that. Like you just get down and do the work.
Mm.
So I got down and did the work. I ended up getting called back for the last trial in under 20s, and I was like, sweet, this is it. Like put my ego aside, and I've done the work. Go
Yeah.
into that trial and just give it everything. Like what's there to lose,
Yeah.
Went in the trial, carved up, like ripped up, made the squad, made 20s, went on to win the under 20 World Cup in
Well,
Argentina.
which one was that?
That was
Oh, Argentina. Who was on that
2010.
team?
2010, it was like Jules. He was the big name in our team.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Julian
Just
Xavier. Yeah, me and him. Because the year after was like the year that it was like Bowden Barrett, Aaron Smith, Lemus
Sam
Wonga.
Kane.
That whole squad pretty much went on.
Uh,
But I reckon our team would have kicked them like
Smoke the Mia.
yeah, bro.
Let's see.
Our team. But then they'd say, nah, we would have smoked you.
Yeah.
But yeah, bro. So yeah, 2010, that was our year. And then after that, I come back from 20s, but I got injured. Like just I perforated my disc in my back.
Ooh.
And then I missed out on
Oh.
like Lions and that. So Wellington Lions, and then Yeah, bro. So I was out of rugby pretty much for like 12 months.
Oh,
So
so
I was
what?
like
You working a
bouncing.
job? Or what we have to? Oh,
Yeah, I
bouncy.
was like
Yeah, the
at
bouncing.
uni. I was at uni doing. I was like doing my BA in education. Bouncing, working at after school care. Yeah, and then on the weekends I'd bounce. Like I'd go to youth group on a Friday night as a youth leader, and then frick, I'd see the kids in the club like with their fake IDs. So like, hey, I just saw you. And then worked on the doors. Hey man, you need to go home.
The
You
cuz.
praising Jesus on a Friday and then out here in the club, brother. Yeah, but then so Friday, Saturday nights, or even like Wednesday nights, student night, I'll be working the doors, man. Oh man, the amount of stuff they see on the doors, bro.
Got us one good one story, bouncing
Oh,
story.
bro. Yeah, man. So like these cats, these cats. Oh, all the usos there, they always rock up.
Yeah.
And then like, not a lot of people know. Like when you're on the doors, like if you're working the front door, you have the manager behind you. Oh, this is when I was working. The manager behind you, and then you have one security like working on the inside doing the rounds, just like walking
Yeah.
around, you know. So if I'm on the doors, and you get like one click is like heads up for someone coming through. Two click
Okay.
is don't let them in.
Oh,
And
true.
yeah. So whenever the usos come up, a big group, and like it's hard, the tough thing was like if I knew them, I'd just be like, oh yo, sweet, I'll let them in. But I'd be getting
Yeah.
clicks like click, 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 like,
No.
I was like, nah. I'd be like, yeah. But I felt like the man though, like, oh yo, that's my boy, yeah, come in. And then everyone else looking at them like, what the hell, walking past the line. But you know, because I did.
Yeah.
But anyway, one night it kicked off. There's these guys in the line, you know, pushing and shoving. And then, but I'm a young buck on the door too, so like, there's
Yeah.
these vets on the door, bro. There's this guy, oh man, I think his name was like David or something, but big also, big dog also, like had a mohawk and
Those.
everything. Mean
Yeah.
mugging dude, like bro, I reckon he done time or something.
Yeah.
But he was such a good dude if you knew him. But if you didn't know him, then you're like world's enemy, you know. So anyway, we're like working the door, kicks off on the door, like you know, push and shove or whatever. Some girl's getting hurt, but he rocks up. He's like, "Hey, you!" And then the guy's like, "What?" Steps to him, and I step out, thinking I'm the man because I got him by my back. Bro, he just pushes past me. This guy David grabs the guy by the nuts, like grabs him by the nuts, lifts him off the ground, takes him around the corner, like bro, look, and the guy's feet's dangling. And I was like, nah, you good, bro? You good? Nah, you got that, bro. Nah, you got that, bro. All good.
Holy
And he's
Rick,
like,
not
oh
the
yeah, you want to
nuts.
push, bro? And I
Yeah.
was like, damn, this guy's for reals. And the guy's
Yeah.
like, like you know, thinking he was all macho, but then now he's like, you know,
Yeah.
dangling,
He's not.
like
He's
kind of dragged
nacho.
around the corner, bro, hard. And then you just hear this, and then it's like, all good. And then the guy goes, all good. David, the guy, the Tongan Samoan,
Yeah.
all good.
Those.
And he's like, yeah. He's like, sweet, F off. And I was like, damn,
Gotta like
bro.
that, eh?
Yeah, man. And I was like, sweet. I know who's got my back if I ever need
Yeah.
it,
Yeah.
you know?
The
Like,
yeah.
that was one of the yarns. I was like, damn, jeez. And then obviously,
Yeah.
like, the youth cats coming through, and then
That's crack
the
up.
cats, like, all the sneaky cats, like, thinking, like, you don't know them, but you know them, and you've seen them.
Yeah.
And the worst is when, they're horsing it on the Friday nights, and you be out for lunch or something the next day in town somewhere, and you see those same people, and they see you, and they're like, "Damn, that's the bouncer that was working," but they ignore you, like they think
Yeah.
that you didn't
Oh
see
shit.
anything. But obviously,
Later,
I'm the
bro.
bouncer that's been sober,
Sober,
and
watching
they've
your
been
ass.
like, yeah, like, bro, just like making a fool and horsing it, and it's just like, bro, and like, yeah, it's heaps of yarns, bro. Like,
Yeah.
that
No,
was
solid,
just one
brother.
of them,
Thank you for
couple of
that,
them,
bro.
like, yeah,
Yeah, solid.
that was my
Me.
bouncing days. Anyway, back to the footy, like,
Yeah.
where I was under
Bouncing.
20s, and then yeah, and then in 2011, my agent, like at the time, he just calls me up. He says, "Hey, look, got an offer to go to the Landers, the Highlanders. Jamie
Ooh, hey.
Joseph wants you." This was
Hey.
like
Gonna
without
be in
playing Mitre 10 or anything. Yeah, bro.
too.
They get me to go down. I go down, have a look at the facilities, say what's up, you know, like Yeah, and then I was like, man, this is mad. Like it was sick. But the only thing was I was a homeboy. Like
Oh,
I wasn't
true.
ready. Yeah, I wasn't ready to
Well,
leave home. And I said, oh, and he said, oh, look, the Canes are offering too, but the Landers are offering big money. So it was like big money or take a pay cut to stay home. Like, and I
stay.
was like, damn, that's a lot of money. Like, oh,
Yeah, it was a
bro,
big.
I don't know what that looks like. Like these kind of money,
Yeah,
just like we're talking like six figures. I'm like, damn,
yeah,
like from working a bouncer job and studying and working after school here to like, here's the money, sign the contract, boom, you can go. But I just waited up. Like, obviously, I didn't want to leave my missus and my family. Um, so I took the job, and obviously, I'm Wellington born and bred. I always wanted to be a
yeah,
Hurricane,
yeah.
like
All day.
play for the Lions and the Hurricanes, bro. And then I signed with the Canes, 2-year deal, and from then on, I just kept on signing 2-year deals. Like I was very fortunate to stay at the Hurricanes my tenure
Mm,
till, man, 2019 is when I left, and then
What's the debut
ended
like?
up playing.
What's the debut like though?
Oh,
To get
pro
to get the
debut,
run out for the team you've
bro,
supported all your life, pretty much, or most of your
crazy.
life.
That's crazy. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Nah, for real, crazy, man. It's funny because we go to South Africa and I'm debuting um, in front of the Stormers ground, Newlands,
Oh,
30,000 at the
Newlands, eh?
time, or something like that. Something crazy. Like, honest, it was crazy packed. And the South African supporters, they are crazy, bro. They like they heckle you. They like throw stuff at the field.
Yeah,
Like they're crazy. But if they're for you, they're for you. Like they
yeah,
love you. Like we had mad fans there too, like the Canes.
yeah,
But if they're against you, they hate you too.
yeah.
So, bro, oh man, I feel like a egg, but like, bro, I thought I was the man. So I was like, yo, sweet. I shaved my head. I went kinda straight zero on top. Boom, everything. I look like an idiot. But anyway, I just wanted to look more ruthless, like,
Yeah, 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 yeah,
because
yeah.
I'm just young prop, young tighthead prop. Like,
Yeah,
bro, I'm a young tighthead prop playing at that level. You got to do something, like,
yeah.
and I backed myself hard.
Yeah.
Running out, I came off the bench. Bro, it was crazy. The crowd was going crazy. How about I ended up getting yellow carded? Well, it wasn't my fault. The ref got the wrong number. So it was like repeated infringements. And our lock, James Broadhurst,
Yeah,
I think
brothers.
he sacked the line out and it all fell on top of me.
Yeah.
Then he's like, yo, 18, you're off. And I was like, those ones like, huh? Me? Huh?
Oh.
What did I do? And I
What
got
did
sent
I
off,
do,
bro.
cuz? Yeah.
Bro, for real, yellow card on my debut, man. And I was like, damn. But yeah, like I scrum well, I did a few carries, and then from that day, like yeah, it's been a blast and a great journey. Like
Yeah.
118 caps for the Canes, for
How good,
Hurricanes. So
brother? How good?
yeah, man. At the time that I left, I was the most capped forward. But then obviously Dan Coles was still there, and then the other
Yeah.
boys are still there. So he took over straight away, pretty much like when I left, which is well deserved. That guy's a legend, man.
Yeah. Whipping.
And
What
then
what's Cozy like, brother? What's Cozy like
oh,
as a
bro, you
dude?
want to play
And
for him, man? Like he's a
yeah.
hard on the sleeve dude. He's a great family man, but also a team man, like great team man, and just for the people, like, bro, he's been through the trenches, man, and done this time, and he's Rasley, bro. Like he never
Yeah.
lost today, I reckon. Like other than like him
Silky
getting tight calves
for
and that,
hooker.
bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kapiti Coast is finest. Like
Carpet.
always rep the
Yeah.
coast, Kapiti Coast, like
The very got some good
and
lip
his
to
claw,
you.
bro.
Give some good
Yeah,
lip
bro.
for Cozy
He
there
gives it
again.
like he can give it, man. But that's what I
Yeah.
mean. Like you want to be in his team instead of going against him because he brings the
Yeah.
niggle. He was like king of the niggle, man. Even at
Yeah.
training, man. Like it was cool. He started a few buffos, so but it was good.
Yeah.
It was good to have in the team, like
Yeah.
he bring it. So then you want to bring it too. Nah, he was awesome, man.
Yeah, solid, brother. And so but you
Yeah.
obviously Canes, but you get to pull on, you get to fulfill the dream that you said to your father when
Oh,
you're
bro,
8 years
100.
old.
Yeah, man.
What's
Yeah. So like,
how does that go? How's the call up happen? What's that like, brother?
in terms of like the All Blacks,
Yeah, yeah, them letting you know.
bro. So I play. I'm playing Lions, 2013, and it's the final. We're playing Canterbury, and bro, I feel bad, but it's just the nature of the beast. Like Joe Moody carries the ball, and I think he runs between me and Alapati Leua, and I tackle him, and I think I land on his leg or his ankle or something like that, and he like breaks it or pops it or something, and I'm like, in the moment, I'm just like, oh damn, like got it for you, but keep
Bless
cracking,
your
like
brother.
we just
Yeah.
keep trucking the game. He goes off,
Yeah.
and I realize, damn, it's Joe Moody, and I don't think anything of like All Blacks or whatever, because we just lose the final to
Yeah.
Canterbury at home. Then that later that night, get a text from the manager like, oh, hey, Darren Chan here from the All Blacks. Might give you a call tomorrow. Just keep your heads up. You might be getting called into the All Blacks. I'm like, hey, this is a joke.
Yeah,
Like,
that was a joke.
whatever. Fair enough. Next morning, this random number calls me. Hey, mate, Darren Shan. You've been called into the All Blacks. Need to fly you up to Auckland this afternoon. Can you pack your bags? And I was like, damn. Like, yeah, yep. I'll be
Okay.
there, sir.
Yeah.
Boom. And then pack my bags, and I'm out. Like, yeah, in my little flat, one each with my wife.
Yeah.
So like,
Who you
pack
tell
up and
first?
I'm out. I
Wifey?
said,
You
babe.
tell your dad?
Yeah,
Who you
I
tell
tell
first?
my wife. Yeah, I
Yeah.
tell my wife, and then I ring my dad and my mum. Those are the people
Mm.
that I tell. Yeah, and then word just kind of gets up, and everyone's like, "Oh man, happy for you." You know, as it is, like,
Yeah.
just stoked. So yeah, bro, that's how it goes down. Like, and then yeah, it was kind of just a whirlwind, eh? And then I end up debuting at Lucid instead of Tighthead
Instead of
against
your position.
Japan. Yeah, man. And but bro, honestly, the feeling, I never forget the feeling of singing the anthem and looking out into the crowd and just remembering like, man, I like told my dad I'd be here and I've made it. I'm here. Like I
Visualization,
was
baby.
looking up into the stands and I was like, I'm here. I made it. And then there's no other feeling than doing the haka for the first time. Like
Did they make it, brother?
crazy chills.
Did the fam make it? Were the family in the
Nah,
crowd
nah,
at all? No, no.
nah. No one came over. Everyone watched on TV. Um, yeah, bro. So like, but yeah, it was sick, bro. And then doing the haka for the first time, and then yeah, then I go on to play. I only played 3 games for the All Blacks. I held a bag for a few years, like
Hey,
like
you're still in there,
tackle
brother.
pad, but like grateful as like it taught me so much just being in that environment. Like,
Yeah.
because I bowed out 2013, then like 14, I get injured, 15, I don't crack it because like the other boys have come up like through the grades. You got like the legends, like Owen Franks, Ben Franks, and they only took 5 props, So Ben Franks was the guy that could play both sides, so they took him as a cover. And then you had Angus Savao, who was coming up through my age, and then Ofa Tongafasi, like Nepo Laulala. Those guys are always ahead of me. And fair play, like they are amazing players, amazing tight heads. Full credit, man, to those guys because they're sick, and I look up to them as players, man, and as men too, great family men. But yeah, it's just
Yeah.
like a lot of making the All Blacks is not only your talent and your work ethic, but timing. I think as well. Like
Mm.
there's a lot of great players that have missed out on All Blacks or missed out on opportunity just because of the timing, because
Yeah.
the boots are already filled with great players, But it's cool to know that there's that depth there. So yeah, bro. Then I go overseas, play for the Wasps, and it's sick. Like it's just different kettle of fish
Yeah.
because they were big,
What's that like, brother? What's the
bro.
differences between Super Rugby and the
Oh
Premiership?
man, Super is very fast. English
Mm.
Premiership is very crash and bash. It's
Yeah.
changing, but I don't think it will ever go away from the crash and bash. Pick and go just because of the weather. I mean, the
Yeah.
fields are changing now to 4G pitches, but
Yeah.
still, they'll never go away from the historic nature of what they do in terms of pick and goes, driving, and like kicking for points. And then like getting to play against the French teams too in the European Challenge Cups and Heineken Cup.
Oh,
That
yeah,
was
because that's a
cool,
different
bro.
experience, eh, brother? Like, you never been able to play
Mad, man.
against all this team.
Yeah, because
But
you play like 3 competitions in one. Whereas in Super, you play your Super Rugby, then break 2 weeks, then straight into Mitre 10. So you have different
Mm.
seasons. Then after Mitre 10, or you go from Super to the Championship with the All Blacks series, like you go international. So it's broken up. Whereas over there, they'll play, oh man, they play like something like 30, 40 games, man. Like but it's different competitions within the same competition.
Yeah.
So 1 week you'd be playing European Champions Cup, the next week you'd be playing Premiership, the next week you'd be playing, this. So it's like, yeah, it's just a non-stop grind, but it's a cool grind if you embrace it. Yeah, and I embraced it and I loved it, man. I kind of wish I didn't leave. I was 1 year off my residency. So
true.
for my UK residency, me and my family, but God works in mysterious ways, and like an opportunity came up to come back to the southern hemisphere, and you never know, I might head over back there one day.
Does
or
they
stay and kick
restart,
on.
Cuz?
So,
Does that restart
yeah, I have
like
to
when you go back?
restart.
Oh yeah. But
Yeah, I'd have
even
to
there,
restart.
you obviously yeah, Wasps. What's that town
Yep.
like, brother? What's that town like for you? Just...
I was actually staying in like the Midlands, which is like
okay.
kind of like an hour and a half train ride from London. So I wasn't in London. They call it a London Wasp, but they moved out into the Midlands, which is about
Okay.
hour and a half from London.
Yeah.
And in like 45 minutes, it was based in Coventry, a place called Coventry.
Yeah, Coventry.
And it
Yep.
was an Elo town, like pretty like Coventry, yeah. But I stayed in
Yeah.
a fancy place where all the boys stayed.
Oh
A place
yeah.
called Leamington Spa. Was it Leamington Spa?
Oh, Leamington's.
So
Did you have a little?
yeah,
Did you have a
sounds
little group
fancy.
of you boys
Yeah,
like
we had a
together,
crew.
or
Like
polys or like
most of the
Kiwis in
boys
there?
like
Or
lived in that area. Yeah, I had Lima Soponga and Brad
yeah.
Shields, and then like Malakai Fekitoa. He moved in like yeah,
Shout
so
out to
we
the
all played
couple.
together.
Yep.
Yeah, man. And then Via Fafita, he came over too. In my last year.
Few Welly
So there
boys
was
there,
always
then.
good
Few
community.
Hurricane
Yeah,
boys there.
we had good community, bro. And it was awesome. Like, and obviously you embrace the culture and make new friends. So I made a lot of good friends over there, which are like I consider my best friends now. Like,
Yeah.
and they still live in. Obviously, they're from England, so I have my English family because you adopt your family over there because you don't
Yeah.
have anyone. And I moved
What's
with
that
a
like for wifey
2-year-old
too,
boy.
brother? What's that like for
Yeah,
wifey
I
going
mean,
through there? Like she have some
well,
people to
that's the
lean
thing.
on, or
Like,
the
she
wives or the
embraced it,
wags?
man. Yeah, yeah. Obviously, she had Lima's wife, Mary, like a big help for her. She was one of her best friends, and then we made best friends. With like yeah, just her girlfriends that became like sisters and family to her. And now she's in one of we're like groomsmen and bridesmaid for one of them getting married this year. Like we're
Yeah.
godparents to like our English friend's daughter.
Oh, cool.
So that's how close we became. Like we made a real. There was only like a handful of us, but we really became close and a tight knit bunch. Not to say that we excluded everyone else, but
Yep.
just like as it is, you don't need like a whole lot of friends. Just a little group of people to help you truck on and lean on. And obviously FaceTiming back home and stuff like.
Yeah.
But we had prepared for that. Mrs. had prepared for that. So yeah, it was all good, bro. First 6 months was the hardest, which we had prepared for. Yep, which we had prepared for. And then after that, it was awesome, bro. Like, really loved it. The weather was cack, like.
Of course, yeah.
It was cack,
I've been a
but
few
in terms of the
times and
experience, yeah,
it's pretty cake, all
in
right.
terms of the
The
experience
weather,
is mean, bro. Yeah.
yeah, definitely. You end up in
But
Ulster
it's
too
nice
for a
being
bit.
in the
What
summer.
was Belfast like,
Yeah,
brother?
man. And then, yeah, Belfast was sick too, bro. Like, I didn't realize. I didn't even know Belfast. Like,
Yeah,
Northern
but
Ireland. You just
some
think Ireland.
hectic history around there, even in recent
Oh,
times.
man. From what I learned, what I learned with the troubles and all.
Yeah, the
Oh, man.
troubles.
Yeah, it was crazy, bro. Just like, but the people were just so nice. And even there in Belfast, I have great friends and family there. Like my
Yeah,
Northern Irish friends. There's a difference between
Northern
Northern
Irish.
Ireland
That's right. Yes, there
and
is.
then Ireland,
That's right,
which
brother.
I
The
just
Republic.
thought Ireland is Ireland. Like there's all one thing, but it's different.
But it's
They're
weird
separate.
because
So the North,
they all play for the one island in the rugby the way.
yeah.
It's weird,
And a
eh?
lot of them are from like Dublin and Ireland once you cross the border. But
Yeah.
Northern Ireland, it's kind of like because it's governed by the UK, that's why it's separate. And then Ireland is like European, so it's a European passport versus a British passport. So yeah, but it's all one country. I still
All
don't
part
get
of
my head around.
one
But
land,
the people are
land,
just
but
like yeah,
but
the
governed by two
people are
different
awesome,
bodies.
bro.
Yeah. Did you get to like the
Yeah,
dry dock in it, like where the Titanic is? That still around or what?
yeah, bro. But I didn't end up going because I'm not really Right, to be honest, I didn't care about the Titanic, like, so I didn't go. But in terms of like, oh man, where do we go? Oh, Giant's Causeway was a big
Oh,
thing.
solid. Oh, yeah.
It's like, oh, it was just this big tourist attraction which we went to up north. Uh, and then just the north, just traveling the north, like being near the beach again was nice. Like being near the coast was awesome. And
What
yeah,
What did the country
yeah,
remind you
bro,
of?
it was
Like, have
sick.
you got like, did it
Oh, it
remind
was
you
like
any of
home, bro.
home? Yeah.
Yeah, just because like all the greenery, you know, you coming from the Midlands. Midlands was awesome too, countryside, but just Northern Ireland was a slower pace. Honestly, it took like 10 minutes to get anywhere. 15
Mm.
minutes was a long drive, you know, like about 10 minutes to get anywhere, bro. 8 minutes, 6 minutes to the city, and then the nightlife was awesome. Like
Yeah.
had a few good nights out there with the
Yeah.
boys and my
Yeah, the
missus, and
boys.
man, just really embraced me. The people of Northern Ireland and Ulster in particular, they just embraced me and yeah, made me one of their own, which was cool. I love a Guinness, bro. Like
Yeah.
the
Oh, true.
drop,
You
man.
like it, G. True.
Bro, I love it, man. Me and
Cause
my missus
I
loves it
can't,
too.
brother. I don't
Oh
know.
man,
I
I
don't
love a
know.
good
I
Guinness,
don't got
bro.
the taste buds for the Guinness, but
Still trying to find. I don't think I'll ever find a good drop like outside of Ireland, but
true.
yeah,
Yeah.
I'm still trying to
There you
find
go,
one.
friend.
You know, out in Aussie. So if anyone
Yeah.
got any, hit me up.
Hit 'em up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man.
How do you end up coming back here? No, was it coming back to the Super
Bro, so
Rugby?
I'm
How
off
does that happen?
contract.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm off contract, and I'm looking for a gig in the UK just so I can take over my residency. But I don't want to go back to the Premiership because I feel like my time there is done, and it's just such a grind, bro.
Oh
Then
yeah.
obviously being in the URC, it was mad, bro. With Ulster, they were trying to sign me, but just complications happened and this, that, and the other. Then I was gonna sign in France with some French teams, and then as a medical joker, just to stay on that side of the world because we weren't ready to come back home.
Yeah.
Then Les Kiss, having coached Ulster and then knowing a lot of the boys, did a bit of homework on me, and then I played against him with the Wasps. He was with London Irish. He fancied my play and heard about the type of bloke that I am off the
Mm.
field, and he said, mate, he called me up with the GM, Sam Cordinley. They got me on a call with Mags, and pretty much won Mags over, and then told me to come and help build something new at the Reds. It was a bit foreign to me, because like I never thought I'd come back to Super Rugby, or two, ever thought I'd come back to or play for an
Come to
Australian Super Rugby team,
actual.
which is crazy. It's funny because I was actually going to go to the Force, Western Force. I jumped on a call with Western Force. They
Oh
wanted to
yeah.
sign
Shout out
me, yeah.
Perth City right here, baby.
But then
Yeah.
yeah, but then radio silence. They never got back to me, so they're lost.
Yes,
So
sir,
then
brother.
yeah, but they found their guys, which is cool. But I'm happy. We're really happy in Queensland. Then I
Yeah.
came and we moved our family, and I was having a baby, so we had baby in Queensland, my youngest, and it's been a trip ever since. Like taking a bit to adjust in terms of like getting back into Super Rugby, but nah, it's been hectic, bro. Been awesome.
Yeah, no, awesome. I won't keep you too much longer, my brother, because I know you got family to kick it with, you know, especially baby mama.
Yeah, thanks,
But
man.
you also get to don the colors of Manu Samoa. What's that like, brother?
Yeah, bro. That was
Like for the
like
family?
that hit different, eh? That honestly just hit different at the time. I was playing for Ulster. Never thought I'd play international rugby again, just because like I just never thought like I was
Yeah.
getting older. You know, I'm in my 30s. Like I thought, nah. You know, I just never thought of it. And then Maps, Selala Mapuso gave me a call. Said, "What do you reckon about playing for Samoa? Can you make yourself eligible?" I said, "Hell yeah, yeah, all good. Like if you give me a shot, make myself eligible." Then he's like, calls me another time. Uzo, um, congratulations, I'm gonna name you tomorrow in the Manu Samoa team to play the like end of year tour. And I was
Yeah.
like, are you for real? Like I was doing a watt bike session at the time,
Oh, true.
and I almost cried. I almost cried just because like I was like, what the heck? I don't know if it was the tears or the sweat getting in my eyes. Like,
Probably both.
I was just like, damn, yeah, bro. End up going to Samoa, and just the culture, just being in touch with who I am and what I represent, and my nana and my grandparents, like second to none, bro. Playing for the All Blacks was awesome. Like,
Yeah, of course.
you can't explain it. But then playing for the nation of Samoa, it just hit different, bro. I can't explain it. Like, I felt
It's
it
got
in
like
my
a
bones.
wairua in it, brother, like a spirit in
Yeah,
there,
that
sort of
wairua,
like.
because it's me. Like,
Yeah, that's
in
your
terms of
fucking,
like
that's
getting in
your
touch
blood,
with,
brother.
yeah, like, and that's how they explained it, like the jersey, and in terms of like very in tune with your family heritage and what it's about and who you are and who you represent. But the
Yeah.
funny thing is, Mux, he got up and he said, "Why are you here? Why are you here?" And heaps of us boys, oh, for our families, for this, for them, for this and that, to represent da da da. And he stomped it. He said, "Nah, you should be here for you." And I was like, "Damn, what?" Like, he took this
Ooh.
whole selfish approach. Like, yeah, that's obviously like you're gonna do this for your family, but
Yeah.
nah, man, you should be here for you. And I was like, far out. No one ever says like, especially within the Samoan culture, it's all about serving. But when he said that, I just took an inward approach, and man, it was like, man, yeah, I deserve this. I am here because
Yeah.
of my family. I am carrying my family on my back.
Yeah.
And when I don this jersey, it's to represent them, but who I am. And
Yeah.
like, that just sunk and hit me like a ton of bricks. And then when I did the sivatau, bro,
Yeah.
it was cool, man.
Yeah.
Like, my son,
Pow!
my oldest son, he just like wouldn't stop doing it when I got home, and he loves it. He's even told me, like, I've told him, hey, who would you want to play for? Because we've lived all over the world. He's got, uncles that all play for England, and like, they've played for England, or they play in Italy at the moment, or we know friends that have played in France and all this. So I name all the countries. Well, who would you want to play for? He's like, oh, um, and he's got all their jerseys too, like, because all my
Yeah.
friends give them the
Yeah.
home nation's jerseys. So I'm like, these guys. But he always says Samoa.
Yeah,
He
Manu.
says outright, like,
Manu.
oh, I play for Manu Samoa. I was like, true, bro. Why? He's like, oh, so I
He
can see the
felt it too.
Sivatau. Yeah, and even saying that, like, I'm like, that's trippy, man. Like, you wouldn't want to do the haka, and he's like, oh, nah, I get scared. I was like, oh, true. Like, nah, that is pretty fearsome. But like,
But that's beautiful, brother. That's beautiful. That not
yeah,
only you feeling it, but your son's feeling it too, brother.
yeah.
I think
So it was
people
cool,
can take
man.
it off.
Just yeah, it was awesome, man. And also, I felt like I was representing my wife's family too. Like, I'm not Tongan, but
No, but Pacifica,
the nation, they're like Pacifica. Yeah, it's like the brother to Samoa. We got that history, and I always get stick from my father-in-law, about who's better, Samoa or Tonga, or this or that, or
yeah.
that guy's Tongan, or this guy's Tongan.
Those ones, yeah,
So I'm always like, nah, he's Samoan. Like,
yeah.
so. But I also felt like I was representing them too, which was cool, man. Yeah, it was cool, man.
Nah,
Sick.
beautiful, my brother. Hey, before we get out of here, I got a couple of quick questions, if that's all right.
Yeah, bro. Sweet.
All right, my brother. If you could only have one meal for the rest of your life, what do you choose?
Bro, wicked wings.
Yeah,
Easy.
KFC.
Yeah, bro. I love not so much
Yeah,
KFC, but I love
where?
wicked wings. Oh, and
Yeah,
also my wife makes this dish. It's like a honey soy noodles, chicken noodles. Like, everyone that comes
cause
to my
the
house, have you
brownie
had that?
points
Yeah,
are gonna
they know.
be through the roof. Huh?
Nah, for
Mums
real.
is
Nah,
getting all
for real.
the shout outs.
She knows too.
Shout out to the
Nah, she
shout out
knows.
to the
She knows.
goat Mags, man. That's it.
Yeah, bro. I married
So
my best friend, so
that's it,
yeah,
brother. Beautiful. Love it. Love it. Be proud, my brother. If you could only have one, if you could have a superpower, sorry, what one do you choose and why?
Oh, jeez. That's good. That's a really good one. I always thought I'd be to fly, but that's too
But
scary.
everyone chooses that. Everyone chooses.
Nah.
Not everyone. Some people
You know what
come
it is?
up with their own one.
I actually thought about this the other day. I
Okay, let's
teleport.
go.
That's what I do.
Ooh.
I had teleportation. Yeah.
Yeah.
But the ability to teleport, if people are touching me, like
Yeah,
putting my
take
arm
your
or my
homies
shoulder,
with you.
they can teleport with
Yes,
me. And none of this, like, if you teleport, you end up naked somewhere or whatever. Nah.
Yeah.
Fully clothed.
Fully clothed. Yeah. No. This is your own superpower. You're making this, brother. You're creating this.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
I'll be able to teleport.
I like it.
Teleportation. Yeah.
Yeah, that's on. Elliot Dixon gave a pretty like interesting one. He said that the ability to just know everything. So like you will like read something once and you know it, or read a book. And I was like, this guy.
Okay,
But
okay.
that was his one. That was his one. But teleport's always mine too, brother. And my teleportation would be to carry people with me. If we want to go to have dinner in Paris, we go there. If we want to go, whatever.
Imagine
Go
that,
see the
bro.
family back home.
Just
Whatever.
go see my fams in England. Oh yeah, pop over for the night and then come back. You know, like
late to training also. Oh no, fuck no, late to training.
Boom, bam, I'm
there. Yeah, that's it, brother. I like it.
100,
I like it, brother. Who's your top 5 props you've ever played against?
Damn, Tony Woodcock, number 1. Yep, Tony Woodcock, number 1. Number 2 is Wyatt Crockett, because he dished me up when I was younger and always gave me a hard time. Yep. Tony Woodcock, Wyatt Crockett, Joe Moody. Those are the top 3.
3 All Blacks.
4.
3.
Yeah, bro. 4. Oh, Penny Ravai. Holy. 100.
The cousin, the brother, the teammate.
Man.
Yeah, the man.
The man's effortless, eh? Like, yeah, bro. And I had a scrum against him since other than moving to here and then playing with him. My first training session dished me up. I was like, damn, okay. And then he kind of took it easy on me. I said, bro, don't do that. And he's like, I said French style. And so every time we go to battle, it's on like French style. The French scrum differently, bro. So like, it's like who's who in the zoo. So every time me and him go against each other, it's on, and it makes me better. So he's definitely one. Penny Ravai, and then there was this one of my boys overseas. His name's Zizi Zurabi. He's a Georgian prop. Georgian. He played at the Wasps with me. Z. He's my boy, but he's playing in the MLR now.
Mamuka's cousins.
Mamuka, for real. Those guys top 5.
Solid, my brother. If there's a young prop out there, and they're on the cusp of cracking it, any advice for them or piece of advice you give them? Tighthead prop specifically.
Yeah, bro. Number 1 would be learn to love to scrum, because no one ever loves to. You got to have a screw loose to love scrummaging. Putting that amount of pressure through your body. You got to love it. Like, learn to love to scrum. Number 2 is fit. Like, for me, my biggest asset in my career was always be the fittest that you can be, because then you can't scrum or you can't do your job without being fit. Like, you can, if you're a big fella, sweet, like, that's sweet. But if all you do is scrum, then you're only one-dimensional. You want to be 3D. Like, in terms of your game. And I think that's why I've played for so long, because I've never been afraid to admit my weaknesses, but also always acknowledge my strengths. So yeah, and never shy of learning. So any tighthead props out there, always be learning. Don't say, I'm not saying to like learn everything and know everything, but learn what you need and take on board what you need, and then craft it in the way in which you need. That's what I'd say, yeah. And just work hard. There's no key to success other than hard work and risk. So yeah, those two things, yeah, man.
Solid, brother. Okay, give me 10 years from now, brother. Visualization, 10 years from now.
Yeah, bro.
Jeffrey Toomaga-Allen, where are you? What's life like for you and Mags?
Yeah, man.
Kids?
My kids, 10 years from now, I'll be at my boys' sporting events, or the academic acknowledgements, whatever it is, whatever they want to do in life, I'll be supporting them 100%. I'll be a successful businessman. Me and my wife. Yep, for sure. And I'd be sowing into the next generation in terms of business, financial literacy.
Yeah, that's key, brother.
And also encouragement in terms of not a minister, but I'd love to be ministering the word to people in business and finance, people in workplaces, and continuing to do what I do in terms of impacting and influencing people in a great and positive way. That's my last mission. Yeah.
No, beautiful, brother. Last one before we get out of here.
man.
the secret? What's the secret to 14 years together or 17 years together and 11 years worth of marriage, brother?
Putting each other first.
Mm,
You
the
know,
same
like I
one,
said at the start,
That's it. Yeah,
like I
same
said at
one.
the start, like
That's it.
my wife, she, you know, I'm a husband first and then a father to my kid. They must construe it when you have kids. Your kids only come because you gave to the other, you know, your other half. Like you got with your other half because, you know, whatever. But in terms of the love factors, in terms of like longevity, obviously putting each other first, but communication and building trust through communication. And it's always a work on, bro. Like, because us guys, we never listen, you know. And like girls, they you know, they nag your ear off and stuff sometimes. But in terms of like comprehending what they're saying, what each other are saying, and just understanding that communication doesn't look like talking at people or talking at your spouse. It's like talking to them and even just listening sometimes, you know. And that's always a work on for me. I'm not perfect, man.
No,
But
me
my
too,
wife
brother.
definitely pulls me up, you know. So like, yeah, and having honest conversations too about anything. You know, if you want longevity, relationships, they take work, you know.
Mahi, eh?
So yeah, not being ashamed to work at your
Beautiful, bro.
relationship. Yeah,
Mahi.
safe.
That's it, my brother. Time's the most valuable commodity we have as human beings, my brother. So thank you for
Ah,
sharing your time with me and anybody that
thanks,
listens
man.
to this for years to come, hopefully. Shout out to Wifey too for and you know for allowing you the time to come and shoot some
Yeah.
shit with an up and coming podcaster, brother. I plan to do this for a long time.
Thanks
So I
for
hope one day
thanks for
we can
having me,
sit
bro.
down and have a wicked wing and maybe even a Guinness. Oh, I don't know if I had the Guinness, but I have
100.
something else. That's you, my guzzy. Big love,
Yeah,
my brother.
whatever.
And
Thank you
as I
for
said at
having
the
me, bro.
start, Fafet, I love.
Yeah. Perfetai. Palaya.
Fuck up.
Yeah, I was gonna say it. Nah.
Yeah, big levels. Thank you so much for watching this full episode of Mind the Mic. It takes a lot of time, energy, and effort to create these episodes. So to know that you've watched and listened to the entire thing means the world to myself and all our hosts. If you could, before you leave, please hit the subscribe button and share this episode out to as many people as possible. It would help us so much. Thank you again to everybody that's still here, still watching. Thank you for all your comments, all your shares, all the DMs. Appreciate you all. Make sure you follow us on every platform. Have an awesome morning. Have an awesome night, depending on where you are in the world. Mind the mic out.
Oi, have you hit the link in bio yet?
Watch full episodes on YouTube or listen on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and all streaming platforms.
Do it.